I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you a test problem from 2015 test paper, chapter 4, Polynomial Equations and Inequalities. We'll now discuss question number 3. Question number 3 is, solve the following inequality. That is to say, determine the interval of x for which it is true. X cubed plus x squared minus 21x plus 21 is less than equal to 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. You can pause the video, solve the question, and then look into my suggestion. First step is bring all the terms to the left side. So we get x cubed plus x squared minus 21x plus 21 minus 3x squared plus 2x minus 1 is less than equals to 0. Now let's combine the like terms. We get x cubed as far as x squared is concerned minus 2x square, and as far as the x terms are concerned minus 21 plus 2x, that gives us minus 19x, and then constants we get 20, right? Plus 20 minus 1 we get plus 20 is less than equal to 0. Now to find the factors of this, we have to try the factors of 20, right? So the factors of 20 are plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 4, and so on. So let's try the first factor, let us say for this polynomial, 1, right? So what do we get as, let me write here, what do we get as p of 1? If I substitute 1 here, I get 1 cube, right, minus 2 times 1 square minus 19 times 1 plus 20, correct? Which is indeed 1 minus 2 minus 19 plus 20, and that is indeed equals to 0. Now that means that x minus 1 is a factor. This implies that x minus 1 is a factor, correct? So we can do long division and find the other factor, or we can do synthetic division and find the other factor. So I prefer to do synthetic division here. So let's do synthetic division. So we'll write down the coefficients. Coefficients is 1, and then here we have minus 2, then we have minus 19, and then we have plus 20. So write plus 20. We are dividing by 1. Let me write it very clearly. X minus 1 is the factor, so we are dividing by 1. So bring down 1, multiply, write it, add them up, minus 1, multiply, so we get minus 1, add them up, we get minus 20, multiply, minus 20, you do get 0, correct? So once you get 0, you know the other factor is, here it is x squared minus 2x minus 20, correct? So that is the other factor. So now you can write down your polynomial, which is this polynomial, in factored form, correct? So let me write it on the right hand side, and then we'll further solve it. So let me write it here itself. We know x minus 1 is a factor, so we get x minus 1 times x squared minus 2x minus 20 less than equal to 0, correct? Now we have a quadratic equation here, x squared minus 2x minus 20. We can always solve this quadratic equation and get our answer, right? So when you solve this, sorry, minus x, I'm writing 2x, sorry. It is minus x, right? So x squared minus x minus 20. So we are looking for product of two numbers to be minus 20 and sum as minus 1, correct? So let's factor it here. We have x minus 1 times, so the two numbers are, the bigger number should be negative, x minus 5 times x plus 4 is less than equal to 0. So that is our factored form of the given inequality, okay? Now at this stage, you can use interval method or graphical method. So I prefer to show you, I know you know both the methods, but I prefer to show you the graphical method at this stage. From here, we know our zeros are at x equals to 1, so 1, 0, and let's see our zeros. Zeros are at x equals to 1, this will be 0 for 5, this will be 0 for minus 4. We are looking for values which are less than equal to 0. So zeros are part of solution, okay? Let's plot this polynomial, which is a cubic function. So x equals to minus 5 will be my leftmost, and then I have at 1, and then I have at 5, right? So we are not really interested in other values. It is an inequality. So in inequality, we are looking where it is less than equal to 0 or means negative. Since this polynomial has got positive leading coefficient, right side is up, all the zeros are linear, so it'll cross like this. So we can now sketch our graph, right? So the graph will be kind of like this. Correct? Now, since the method is not given, this is the best method to use. Now you can see very clearly when is this polynomial less than equal to 0, correct? And those are your solution points. So you can see from here the solution is on, let me use another ink, including this point, right, and on the left side. So this is negative, correct? Including this point, you have to include them, so I'm filling them up, and everything in between. That is the solution, correct? And therefore, now I can write down the solution as my answer, right? So my answer is that x belongs to real numbers where x is less than equal to, this point is at minus 5. I forgot, I should have written 1 and 5, correct? So these are my zeros. So x is less than equal to minus 5 and x is between 1 and 5. So between 1 and 5, correct? So that becomes the solution, correct? You could also write the solution in interval form. Let me put that also, which is, we could also write this as from minus infinity to minus 5, including minus 5, union, and then we include 1 to 5, right? So that is the interval notation, right? This is an inequality form. So that is how you can write down the answer. I hope with this you understand how we should apply the graphical method. Very few students use graphical method, and that is why I am showing you here. It saves time. I hope that helps. You can subscribe and learn a lot more from my videos. Thank you and all the best.